Welcome to MyRandolphSports.com, sponsored by Thomas Tire, your source for all your automotive needs. Visit them on the web at www.thomastire.com. Randolph Sports' Chris Stern recently sat down with Asheboro head boys varsity coach Brian Nance to discuss the Blue Comets' outlook for the year.
This is Chris Stern with RandolphSports.com. We're here with Coach Brian Nance, Asheboro Blue Comets. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well, thanks.
Compared to last year's team, how is this team similar or different?
This team has a lot of new faces. However, we do have, for the first time since I've been here, 3 players who started a majority of the games last season. With Sagan Hilliard, who's a senior, Chris Pratt, who's a senior, and Deshaun Jones, who's a junior. So for the first time, I do have some return experience as far as some starters and people who played a lot of minutes. However, return-wise, we did lose one player who transferred away, and then we got to blend in some football kids, some new faces that have moved in. Nick Chavis from Eastern Randolph, who came back home to Asheboro. We picked up a new kid who moved in from Northmore, Antonio Thomas, and then we picked up Nigel Schamberger from West Montgomery. So blending all these kids together, there's going to be a lot of new faces, but we have a lot of kids who participated a lot this summer. And so I think maybe we might be ahead of the game, even though there'll be a lot of faces that are unfamiliar.
Last year, Comets were 14-12. What goals have you set for the team this year? Speaking to maybe all conference.
Goals for this season we will talk about. It's always to go out in the non-conference season and use that as kind of our measuring stick and see where we are, what things we need to do to get better. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? How we want to approach different types of situations in games. Go into the Christmas tournament, hopefully have some success there, and then our conference season begins the week right after the Christmas tournament. And our goal is to win the conference championship every year. I mean, that's got to be your goal, is to be the champion of your conference. And we've finished in the top 4 each year. I think we've been second, third, and fourth now in 3 consecutive years. We've made the state playoffs, which is always the goal, even though it's a little bit watered down in high school sports compared to what it was when you and I were in high school, and only the champion and the runner-up got to go and that kind of thing. But that's also a goal. Winning season, always got to be there. You want to have some success, and hopefully that'll carry over into other sports for the kids. The biggest thing is work together.
Yep.
Teamwork and kind of be a unit. And I think that this group has the talent and the ability. It's a matter of blending all the different personalities together. Now, that may be the hardest job I have this year.
What do the Comets have to do this year to achieve these goals?
Offensively, we are going to have to use each other and be patient with the basketball. We have the ability to run in that we have some what we call our big kids, or maybe a little more of the running type big kids than some of the other schools have. That Sean and Antonio and even Devin can get out and run the floor. So we'll use that to our advantage. But at the same time, we don't have one of those guys that can come down, which, when we were in school, we didn't have any either. That big 6'6", 6'7" kid that sit in the middle and really post up. We've got to use each other, screen well, get people open opportunities, and high percentage shots. We won't look around the back. We know Sagan can shoot the ball from the perimeter. Clay looks like he might be a threat from the perimeter. Chris Pratt, when football's over, he'll become, he's somewhat of a decent threat from the perimeter. But we've got to have a balance of inside out. We've got to have those high percentage shots around.
Being kind of a young team, how many seniors do you have this year?
We will have 4, including Antonio.
Okay.
I had 3, and then Antonio asked me, so I'll have 4. If it works out with the football kids, I'm going to have the top 4 kids in each class. I'm going to have 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 4 sophomores, and the 1 freshman. So it's kind of an even balance class by class to where we're not. When I first got here, I think I had 9 seniors the first year, and it kind of emptied out everybody. And then I had 7 or 8 or so the second, and so now I've kind of got a balance, but I'm not graduating so much experience each year.
Knowing that, who do you, in your opinion, besides Sagan, needs to step up this year to kind of help the leadership role?
in a leadership role, one that I think could do it, well, two that I think could do it, but are going to have to kind of incorporate a better attitude team-wise, is Chris Pratt and Deshaun Jones. Because of the amount of time they're going to play, they could be examples for especially the 4 sophomores and the freshmen that I've got. Because when they want to turn on the light switch and really play, they can lead by example. And you know, Deshaun can really play hard and really do a lot of good things with his length and all. And Chris has the tendency to really go 100 miles an hour when he plays. And like I said, they've got to accept being a leader. And I don't think they've ever been asked to do that before. But with the 3 of them coming back, you know, kids are going to look to them because they've been through the fires before. And can we blend others in with them, and can they accept the leadership role will be the question that we've got to answer.
Coach, we really appreciate your time.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
wish you a lot of luck this year. This concludes our interview with Coach Brian Nance with Asheboro Blue Comets. Good luck this year.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to log on to www.myrandolphsports.com for coverage of Randolph County's finest student athletes.